Welcome to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're plunging headfirst into one of the most talked about games in recent rugby memory.
Oh yeah, a real head-turner, that one.
A match that wasn't just about tries and tackles, but really about the incredible mental game, resilience.
And that sheer unpredictability.
Yeah.
That's what makes the sport so great.
Exactly. Before we jump right in, just a reminder, make sure you're subscribed to Rugby Obsession for more deep dives like this one.
Definitely do that. So yeah, we've gathered a fascinating collection of insights today.
From you.
Rugby legends, top analysts, all of them dissecting this specific game. The one with that truly unbelievable turn of events.
Right. This wasn't just any old match, was it?
No. It completely defied expectations. Left a real mark on both teams, I think.
So our mission today is to really unpack the dramatic details of this game, delve into those candid reactions from some of the sport's biggest minds.
Yeah, the really strong words were used.
And ultimately, figure out what it tells us about mental fortitude, strategy shifts.
And that razor-thin line, between dominance and, well, disaster in elite rugby.
Absolutely. You're going to walk away with a deeper understanding of what it looks like when a team, falls off a cliff.
That phrase again.
Yeah. And maybe more importantly, how another team can claw its way back from the very brink to grab a win.
A historic win at that.
Okay, so set the scene for us. This analysis focuses on a crucial Rugby Championship clash.
That's right. Springboks versus the Wallabies.
And the venue.
The iconic Ellis Park. Need I say more?
A fortress. So what happened in those opening minutes? What set the stage for everything that followed?
Well, the first quarter, maybe 20 minutes or so, it was just a Springbok masterclass, pure dominance.
At home, Ellis Park.
Exactly. They exploded out of the blocks.
Yeah.
Raced to a commanding 22-0 lead.
22-0, wow.
Yeah. The atmosphere must have been electric, crowd roaring. It felt like game over already.
A foregone conclusion.
Pretty much. But what's truly astonishing here, and what our sources really dig into, is the scale of the turnaround. Almost, unfathomable, really.
So after that initial surge,
the Springboks just collapsed.
Yeah.
Completely fell apart.
How bad was it?
They conceded an incredible 38 unanswered points.
38?
38 points, yeah. To the Wallabies. This wasn't just a loss for the Boks.
Oh, pity.
It meant Australia clinched their first ever victory at Ellis Park in the professional era.
First ever. That's massive.
It's huge. For a venue where the Springboks have historically just hammered the Wallabies, this wasn't just a win, it was historic. A statement.
It signals maybe a shift then. A new narrative maybe starting there.
Could be. Right there in what everyone thought was unassailable Bok territory.
Okay, a shift indeed. Now, former All Blacks winger Jeff Wilson, he was speaking on the breakdown. He certainly didn't mince his words describing the Springbok performance, did he?
Not at all. He praised the Wallabies, praised Joe Schmidt.
But for the Boks?
He starkly said they fell off a cliff in that second half.
Fell off a cliff. That's such a powerful image. 1 minute soaring, the next. Free fall.
Yeah, and it's not just a nice phrase, is it? It speaks to a complete sudden loss of control.
Yeah.
Momentum gone.
Like a total system failure?
Exactly. A total systemic breakdown. He gave massive congratulations to Joe Schmidt and his team, specifically.
Right, acknowledging the coaching.
And he noted the Wallabies had made progress in the last 12 months. Praised Schmidt's brave selections, too.
Brave selections, meaning?
Well, it suggests a coach willing to take calculated risks back in his players.
Yeah.
Which is vital when you're trying to turn a team around.
Makes sense.
And Wilson felt the Wallabies seemed to have settled, found their best side, fit and available.
Which leads to the big question.
Yeah, what changed? Beyond just stopping the bleeding, what specific tactical adjustments, what mental shifts did Schmidt's Wallabies make?
To not just halt that 22-point lead, but completely reverse it.
Right. And dominate the rest of the game. It wasn't just wanting it more. It had to be strategy, execution under insane pressure.
Strategy and execution, yeah, not just pure desire. Wilson also pointed out, didn't he, that the Bucks had chances?
He did. So they had opportunities early in the second half to put the game away, but they failed.
Think about that. The chance to regain control, get back on top.
And they couldn't take it.
Yeah.
Couldn't convert.
And that failure, that inability to capitalize, really opened the door for the Wallabies.
It really did. And this is a Wallabies team, remember, that had already shown some grit.
Against the Lions, right, winning that third test.
Exactly. Showed they could get the job done even with their backs against the wall. So they had shown steel before, as another analyst called it.
But this Ellis Park comeback, That was a whole different level.
Oh, absolutely. Next level stuff.
So after a defeat like that, at home, crushing, Springboks coach Rassie Erasmus, he was visibly embarrassed after the match.
You'd have to be, wouldn't you?
And he gave us that quote, the one that's going to be remembered for a long time.
Oh, yeah. The brutally honest one.
He said, I can try, butter it up and bottle it up to sound cool and respectful, but we were really dog shit.
Wow. Straight up.
The effort was maybe there, but the accuracy or precision wasn't. Just incredibly raw from a national coach.
It really is. So raw. And it makes you wonder, is there a strategic upside to being that honest in public?
Does it help rally the troops or just pile on more pressure?
That's the leadership question, isn't it? On one hand, him taking responsibility, him and the coaches not blaming players, that can be powerful.
Takes the heat off the individuals.
Right. Shows integrity, face the music. But like you said, there's the risk of internalizing that dog shit label. Makes it heavier.
And didn't Justin Marshall, the former All Black scrum half, have a take on this?
He did. And this is fascinating. Marshall reckoned that Erasmus's public dog shit comment, it was actually quite light compared to what he would have said privately.
Light. What must the changing room have been like?
Can you imagine the sheer weight of disappointment after falling apart like that? Marshall's point suggests the public heard just the tip of the iceberg.
So Marshall kind of supported the bluntness.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
He saw it as, okay, honest, complimentary to Australia for their performance, and it shifted blame from players to coaches.
Okay, taking responsibility.
But Marshall also picked up on something else Erasmus said or suggested.
Yeah.
They just look more hungry than us now.
More hungry. After the Bolts started like a house on fire, 22-0 up.
Exactly. That initial hunger seemed to just evaporate. It's a stark contrast.
So the Wallabies, down by 22, they had everything to gain by just gritting their teeth.
Getting into the fight, yeah. While South Africa somehow couldn't respond.
What does that say about hunger in sport? Can it just vanish mid-game?
It's a great question. Maybe it's not just this constant thing. Maybe it's situational.
How so?
For the Bolts, maybe they hit that big lead and subconsciously thought, job done. A little relaxation sets in. But for the Wallabies, facing that huge deficit, every little win, a tackle, a scrum penalty, a point, it fuels this desperate hunger, a fight for survival.
And the hunger grows with each small victory.
Exactly. And this is where Mils Muliaina, another All Black great, brings in the context.
Okay.
He stressed, you've got to realize how significant this one is. This is Ellis Park.
Right, back to the venue.
He pointed out the Wallabies had been, in his words, spanked by this Springboks team time and time again there. For years, Ellis Park was just a nightmare for Australia.
A graveyard for their hopes, basically.
Pretty much. So to change that story, and in that dramatic way, it just adds layers of significance. More than just a win, it's a statement.
A statement. And Muliaina also highlighted something else, didn't he? The way they did it.
Yeah, that was key for him. To go down 22-0, less than 20 minutes in at that ground.
Yeah.
And not panic. Stay calm. Show, as he put it, some steel. That really stood out.
Steel. Interesting word.
He remembered seeing the Wallabies hurt before, maybe after losing to the Lions. But this was different. This wasn't just physical. It was mental toughness.
And he suggested that previous pain, maybe that Lions loss, actually helped them here.
That's what he implied. Like that tough experience gave them a benefit. He said, they've come out, they've added a bit of steel.
Forged in the fire kind of thing.
Exactly. Like that previous heartbreak created a new resilience, a strength that let them weather this particular storm.
So steel forged through adversity, that's a powerful idea.
It is. And it's not just like a quick adrenaline rush. It implies a deeper shift in character, in belief.
Which brings us to the next big question for the Wallabies.
Consistency. Can they do this regularly?
Right. One amazing comeback is one thing, but replicating that fight, that execution week after week, that's the real test.
Especially, as Muliaina noted, with injuries. Does this new steel help them cope with missing players? Or is it harder to maintain without key guys? He stressed they should savor this moment because it is significant. It's not just another win. It suggests a turning point.
A moment that could define their season, maybe longer term.
Potentially. It's about taking that steel they found and making it part of who they are, their team DNA.
Embedding it in the culture. And that really is the million-dollar question in sport, isn't it? How do you bottle that steel? Ensure it's not a one-off miracle.
Absolutely.
So let's try and tie this together. We've got Wilson's cliff, Erasmus's lack of accuracy and precision, Marshall talking about hunger. Muliaina highlighting steel. What's the big picture lesson here?
Yeah, putting it all together.
It feels like more than just a physical collapse for the Bog. It was mental, too.
Definitely. I think the combined lesson is that top-level performance isn't just about effort or talent alone. It's this fragile balance.
Between what?
Between sustained mental fortitude, sharp tactical precision, and that unwavering collective hunger. And if one of those things falters, especially the mental side or the precision, the whole thing can just crumble. You get that cascade failure.
So the Bucks had the effort, maybe, but lost the precision, lost the hunger when things get tough.
Seems like it. Whereas the Wallabies, they use that desperate hunger, Schmidt's tactical clarity, to unlock this steel. It transformed their belief, their execution.
So resilience isn't just bouncing back.
No, it's holding your nerve, adapting, executing when everything's against you, even 22 points down.
That is a powerful takeaway. So turning to you listening, what do you think enables a team to show that kind of steel, especially when facing a huge deficit in a place like Ellis Park?
Yeah, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Let us know in the comments.
And just another reminder, hit subscribe on Rugby Obsession for more analyses like this one.
Yeah, absolutely. This dive into the Boks loss and the Wallabies comeback, it really does highlight the power of the mind, doesn't it? And smart tactics.
It wasn't just physical.
Not at all. Yeah. It was about who kept their cool under pressure, who could execute a new plan when the old one went out the window.
Shows even dominant teams are vulnerable.
And the underdog, if they have that grit and a clear strategy, can achieve something historic.
It's such a great reminder, isn't it? Even 22 points down at a fortress like Ellis Park, it's never truly over.
Never say never.
That steel the Wallabies showed, refusing to panic, grinding back, it proves past results don't matter when a team finds its hunger, finds that belief.
Decides to fight for every single inch.
It's a huge lesson. Persistence, resilience, belief. So thinking ahead, what does this massive turnaround mean for these teams in the Rugby Championship?
Big implications.
And what lessons can other teams, or heck, even us in our own lives, take from how the Wallabies kept their composure under that pressure?
Definitely something to think about.
Something to mull over until our next deep dive. Thank you for listening to the Rugby Obsession Deep Dive.
Cheers, everyone.
And we look forward to you listening to our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to Rugby Obsession.